Hey, what it is, man? It's your host, Cool and Marv. We got my man BT. We got Dro
Yo,
Hef.
yo.
We got Wowie in here. Dro Hef gonna kick it off with a freestyle, man. Let's do this, BT.
All right, man, let's get it. My son requested, he said he came in with some bars, so we're going to see what it's hitting for. Let's get it, Dro Hef.
Burn out the rolling. We timeless. If there's one thing for sure, two things for certain. Dro Hef, bitch, I'm that artist they should worship. Sophisticated raps, gotta write my shit in cursive. Everything I do is with a purpose, just hear me out. What's the reason? They wanna go and ask. I need my fam straight, my niggas pockets full with cash. Cool 100 on the dash, probably swerving with my mask. Cause a hater lurking, leave you dug up in the grass. Need to feel my vision, need to see the task. I'm trying to reach some heights that their spans couldn't grasp. Never made sense till y'all added up the math. I linked up with y'all, got these haters sounding ass. Peep just how we body shit, we moving with some class. Popping champagne, smoke the finest of the grass. Look up in the sky, I'm thinking R.P. the spaz. I'm in the body like the jab, you dig? And if you spend enough cash, he show you how top work. While y'all was moving that block work, I was making blocks work. Million down to SmackDown, show him how to rock work.
Okay. Listen, it sounds like you got a little bit more. I was waiting for you to finish.
Come on.
Okay.
I said, burn out the rolling, these other haters trolling. I be in the hood, and I'm steady holding.
Yeah.
20K up on the neck, see these niggas rolling, and I'm coming through, got these niggas folding.
Yeah.
When I step up in the building, out the ceiling, potential out the ceiling, steady healing. When I'm speaking on these verses, you already know I put a body in a verse.
Put your bitch in a hearse. My name is BT Dro Hef. Got the verse. Yeah. Then we driving hearse, cause we killing shit. And we living it. And we getting to the motherfucking chicken there. Yeah. You know how niggas giving it up. Got your bitch, put it in up a butt. Put her up, call it a shish kebab, yeah. And then I might rob ya.
Yeah.
Nah, let me stop, man. That shit was, yo, listen. Let's get it, man. Listen, man. First of
I
many.
know BT.
First of
was
many
gonna
burn
have
after
to
rolling
leave.
ciphers. Nah, listen, you
knew
gotta
BT
understand.
had
As a
to-
nigga
yo,
who,
BT had
as a
to give a
nigga
bar
who-
up, bro. He
as
had
a
to say a
nigga
bar.
who understands rap, when you see niggas rap, you just sit there and be like, You just waiting for like that pause to get your time. You know what I mean? Like at all times. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this ain't no competitive. You know, we having fun. You know, we chilling. You know what I mean? My man smoked the finest of the finer earlier. You know what I mean? I pulled up. My son pulled up in the. You know what I mean? Something you may not be able to say. You know what I mean? Something you may not be able to pronounce. You know what I mean? The Warbenhansen, Mansen, Minger. You know what I'm saying? The German thing. You know what I mean? He was doing his thing, so I figured, you know what I mean? Let's spit some bars. Let's set it off right. You feel me? But what's good, Hyphen, man? Talk to me, dog.
We here, man.
I mean,
Burn after rolling.
yeah, man, it's burn after rolling,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You got my guy. Listen, I'm ready to read.
Ready to
I'm ready to
reintroduce the show
reintroduce the
again.
shit. Now, I mean, it's a whole different energy now. But now, Hef, man, tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Ain't shit, man. Just Dro Hef, Northside, Brentwood, Timeless Records representative, Long Island heavy, and just grew up on real hip hop to where it's like, that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? I respect new generation. I respect everything that's coming after. But I just grew up in a time where it's like, I fell in love with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've been going at it.
Living this shit now.
Yeah, and that's something that like not everybody does. You know what I'm saying?
What nationality are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm Dominican.
Dominican. All right, so Dominican from Brentwood.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we had another representative from Brentwood on the show at a point in time. I mean, my guy Coco. You know, he gave his perspective of what it was like out there. So I want to know now on the Spanish side, because you know Brent was more of a Spanish town. Now, I mean, what's your perspective on Brentwood?
I mean, you could say it's more of a Spanish town, but I feel like all my guys is brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my closest friends is, you know what I'm saying, brothers. And yeah, it is Spanish. You know what I'm saying? But just a whole lot of crazy shit going on, bro. A whole lot of shit that like growing up young and just doing a lot of crazy dumb shit at a young age though. Like talking about rolling CeeLo, dice, 5th, 6th grade type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like getting into my first scrap, 6th grade, smoking a blunt early. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything, like a whole lot of shit. I seen somebody pass in front of my own eyes by the age of like 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, whole lot of shit. So it's just like a whole lot of pain, and everybody goes through pain. You feel me? But it's like when you in real areas, real shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And it's like certain areas in LA, whatever people say, it's not nothing crazy, but like certain places, it gets a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Brentwood is one of those places. Like,
you feel so? What was it kind of like? You said you was outside doing all this shit.
Yeah.
Running around and shit. So what was it like in the crib? If you don't mind me asking.
Crib was cool. I mean, my parents split young, like when I was in like 3rd grade and shit. So like that shit was always like a thing on my mental. You feel me? Like that. Honestly, that might be one of the real reasons why like what inspired me to start writing. Cause I wrote my first raps in 4th grade. You feel me? So like that might have been like something to just get my mind off shit going on in the crib. You feel me? Like so. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy, but like regular shit, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
single parent or bouncing back and forth. I get
but
it.
like I'm not gonna lie, my OGs, respect to them. They hustled, you know what I'm saying? They came here 35, 36, not knowing a lick of English, $800 in their pocket, and they was able to give me a decent life to be able to like at least have a fair chance at, you know what I'm saying, shit that's going on out here. Like, so always salute to them, respect to them, and the hustle they put in to be able to like, I'm able to chase my dreams. They laid some type of foundation down to where it's like, yo, you all right, like.
And a lot of people think, that aren't from Long Island, they be thinking that niggas is just coming from, a nigga with money. They think that, they a lot of people, from the city, when I went, when I do my travels and shit, they think that it's just you come out here and it's just bread.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't understand that there is real situations out here, you know what I mean? Granted, there is motherfuckers that had a lot of shit handed to them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But that's on a whole different side of town. That's on a whole different side of the island, if you will, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean, but so you getting into all the crazy shit. You said you started writing in the 4th grade, right?
Yeah.
Did you write music kind of steer you away from the crazy shit, or did it kind of attract more crazy shit? Because you know how that shit is with rap and.
I mean, early on it steered me away, and I feel like it's always kind of like just steered me away too, because it's like it's just like therapy to me at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a time where I felt like, nah, I gotta be on. Like, you feel me? Like, now it's like, yo, I do this shit for the people that relate to me, the people that feel what I'm saying in my bars and shit, and that been rocking with me, and the new people that's rocking with me, and the people that's tapping in and shit. And yeah, I just try to, spit that pain so they can feel me, like relate, because I feel like when you relate to an artist, it's a different connection. Like, when you think of some of your personal favorite artists, it's because you probably most likely relate to a lot of shit they saying. Yo, I fuck with when he said that. Like, I feel him. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm trying to give to the people, man. But
when you were growing up, did you feel any pressure to fuck with? Because if people don't know, Brentwood has a big Spanish gang population type shit. You ever felt pressure to fuck with any of those gangs, or just kind of get into that life at all?
I'm not gonna lie, like, I could have been Crip. You feel me? I respectfully decided to go a different direction because me personally, as a person, I stand on my own 10. You feel me? Like, I wasn't trying to be under somebody else's.
You ain't trying to be known as little homie type shit.
Right. And like, the person that was trying to invite me to the situation, it would have been cool because like we was really respected like since chits and shit. It's like since youngins and shit. But nah, like, I just respectfully declined because like, if something was to happen to that person, now their big homie becomes my big homie.
Yeah.
And who knows what that person's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So like, at that time I made that decision to decline, but I could have been that. And like, around that time I had got like into a situation with like some Bloods and stuff. So it was like a time where I easily could have taken that route, and I just decided to go. You know what I'm
Sometimes you
saying?
gotta take that. Sometimes you, yo, bro, man. I remember me personally. I had a situation where there was some things going on. Long story short, it ended up being a lot more talk than action.
Mm-hmm.
But when you bring up hammers in a conversation, you gotta be on. You know what I mean? Now you elevated it to a certain level,
Right.
and there was a point where I got the drop. This is where they at. This is this. This is that. This is the third. All perfect setting. But then I kind of looked. I would just happen to be with my peoples and all the people in my life that made my life worth living type shit. You feel me? And I looked at it and I'm like, damn, I could throw this all away right now just for some dumb nigga over some dumb shit that don't even really in the grand scheme of life. If I fuck with this situation, it ain't gonna get me any further in life. It ain't gonna get me a bag. It's gonna make me just feel better.
Right.
And sometimes you gotta, step outside of yourself and realize, like, there's a bigger meaning.
Yeah. Bigger purpose.
Nah, for sure. But take us into, you said you started writing in 4th grade. When did you start? I guess as you getting older, you start saying, I want to take my writing more serious. When you start getting more serious with your writing?
Okay, so like 4th grade, started cooking up my first ever tracks, whatever, like just writing them. Middle school, I had an opportunity. I knew somebody that had a little in-home studio set up. You feel me? Shout out to Money Marv. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that young, early, was letting us put our voice on a microphone and hearing it back. You know what I'm saying? To where like we could hear ourselves and just like the real beginning stages of music, like you feel me,
Mm-hmm.
and creating and shit. So like middle school, I was kind of like fucking with it, and then I chilled. High school, I chilled. I was worried about other shit, you know what I'm saying, getting bitches and shit like that, like stupid shit like that. And fucking right after high school, I was like, nah, like I reached out to somebody that was like kinda in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and Dame Grease, to be
Okay.
exact. And I seen how like certain things were more accessible than like it seemed. You feel me?
Especially in that time.
So I was like,
Yeah.
if I could get in contact with certain people and I'm really on my shit, I could really make something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What year was this, if you don't mind me asking?
I graduated 2010, so I'm thinking like 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
This was the blog era. This is when literally you can DM artists and they
Yeah.
niggas ain't understand that this is
And
I'm
the-
lit.
and the-
I'm just gonna talk. I'm not, you know what I mean. They talk right back.
Yeah, the emails is in the bio.
Yeah, yep.
Reach out, people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to talk a little business, but you know,
This is back when you can get like a whiz verse for like $200.
yeah,
Literally,
you do
like,
certain shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So, I reached out to certain people and I saw how it was, and I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna really go crazy with this because it's like something I really love, something I, grew up on type shit. And yeah, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna go crazy with this shit, man. And since then, I never looked back.
Mm-hmm.
Once I made that decision, I never looked back, and it's been steady growth, consistency, going crazy, inconsistency at times, certain shit, like battles as an artist, as a human, as a person, all types of shit. Like,
You've been at it for that means about 13 years going on. 13 or going on 14, right? There's that path is the path that a lot of people don't speak on.
yeah,
That path is of the artist of that artist that's constant, the grinding artist. Because a lot of people just they focus on the instant successes. They focus on the ones who shoot right to the top quick. They don't understand that there's millions of artists that's going through this grinding phase where they're just putting shit out, having to deal with life, having to deal with certain things because they're not getting those $1 million deals and shit like that. All they're funding that shit out their motherfucking pocket.
right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand it, and they expect, when you said consistency and inconsistency, they expect you to move like a mainstream artist who can, the baby can put out 1 million records because he got $1 million behind him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta spend chicken. You know what I mean? Chicken. And you know what it is. We've had this conversation millions of times with different artists about, the studio time and just videos and everything. Doing all that shit costs bread. So to be able to consistently do that shit as a nigga who doesn't have $1 million backing, it's tough, man. You putting yourself sometimes, like I put myself in fucked up positions, you know what I mean? You know, because of chasing this dream, you know?
Right.
And a lot of people, you know, like I said, they don't understand, you know, that struggle. So do you mind, you know, speaking on some of those struggles or some of the highlights that you kind of stick out to you?
Yeah, man. Fucking. I remember like 2015. It was a big time in my like music time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had opportunities, and I was making it happen with the last dollars that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to drop a project. It was $1 million dreaming at that time. It's a big project for me because I feel like this is where I took that step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To where it's like, all right, this is a project I feel like will be respected from the cover art to the music to the beats to, you know what I'm saying? This was like an important project for me. So I'm willing to invest, but it's like I'm literally putting my last dollars to this shit, and it's like I can only do so much and make certain shit happen. Like I ended up, you know what I'm saying, on that project I have Max B on the intro showing love. I have a record with Davies.
Hold on, can we run that back real quick? Say that one more time.
Yeah,
You got,
for sure.
you got the Wave God on the first track on the intro.
Yeah, for sure.
What else we
Free
got?
the Wave. You know what I'm saying? I had a record with Davies on there. It's called Talking About. You know what I'm saying? That's still on SoundCloud now if you want to go check that. But yeah, so I was just investing in everything that I had, and there came a point where it's like, yo, I could do the video with East, right? Certain situations where it was like it would just be a little amount more. Because I got that on a bargain, you feel me? Like I really, you know what I'm saying, did business well with that. And it just I ran out of funds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do World Star. I'm doing all different types of shit.
That's the most heartbreaking shit.
But it's like, bro, like I could get this done for a steal right now. And it's like I just
Still,
bro,
you can't afford the steel price.
You feel me, bro? I'm dropping a project. I'm doing album project release parties, DJ Clue DJing and shit. You know what I'm saying? They spinning the record, like a lot going on, but it's all funded by me. Only me. You feel me? So it's like it's only so far like my paper was stretching at that time.
Facts,
so it's like but now it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Now I can make things, I'm more comfortable in my situation where it's like, so when you say certain times in my music career where I felt the struggles and shit, it was like those times where it's like, damn, like I wish I could have done this or made this happen, but everything's funded by me and I can only do what I could do. You feel me? Like,
do you feel that what that moment was a lesson to now, kind of taught you maybe I shouldn't blow X, Y, and Z on one. I gotta kind of sprinkle this into this and this into that and this, you know, it kind of like, and I know it's kind of tough in this industry because you know, things kind of are on the spur of the moment. Everything, a lot, especially opportunities. You said you got the deal. You know what I'm saying? Deals come like this and they go just as quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I understand, you know, but did that moment teach you maybe anything for the future?
Yeah, like right now I'm on some shit where it's like I'm building the catalog with me, artists I fuck with, artists I'm connected with, and I have genuine relationships with. Now, if later down the stretch of relationships, you know what I'm saying, or I know people in the industry, you know what I'm saying, I've been doing this shit for a while. If certain shit works where, you know, I could work with certain people and it's not like killing me in a sense where like we could make something happen, I'll make it happen. You feel me? But like at the same time, I'm not pressed on that because I know at the end of the day, if I do a second verse, it's gonna be industry standard. Like so, it's like why go do this when I could just go crazy on my own shit and people gonna fuck with it, they gonna fuck with it. If they don't, then like shit therapy. You relate to my shit, you fuck with it, cool. Not then I respect it. Go listen to this other shit that's out here. Like
being in the game for 13 years now at this point,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, being a grinding artist, things come up. You got to deal with life. We're getting older. Me and you are the same age. Crossing that 30 threshold. I know obviously life has hit you at this point.
Right.
Has life ever altered your music? Like, cause all right. So for example, how you said you spent your last dollars on X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still willing to go broke for music now at being 30 and being like, being, I guess, established a little more than your early 20s and shit like that?
No.
Yeah, you don't go broke for music no more?
I'll say no because, like, one, I'll never go broke again on some shit.
I feel that.
It's like,
I feel that.
I felt that already. I'm to make sure, by any means necessary, I'm gonna make sure it don't get to that point. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
off music, I'll say no because at this point, I've saved a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I got my own in-home studio now. You know what I'm saying? I know how to shoot videos myself to where I could release it. I could release everything on my own. I don't need to depend on anybody or pay anybody to. And back in the day, when you're coming up as an artist, you have to pay for studio. You have to pay for the video guy. You have to pay for the cover guy. But I've found a way, of course, through experience and failures and ups and downs and shit going on, that if I have my own shit, I'm saving bread. Now I could put that towards promotion. I could put that towards this. I could put that towards something else that's not these things that like I could do myself or learn myself. You know what I'm saying?
So you do you came with your homie. I'm not putting it on the spot or anything. Do you actually have a team or do you do most of all the work yourself?
Okay, so introduce my guy Wowie 3000. Big respect to him. He's one of the big reasons I'm able to put out merch today. You know what I'm saying? So this guy right here, I thank him. He does a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying, musically, clothing-wise, etc. Gouda Ski is his brand, you know what I'm saying? He has artists, he has his fashion situation going on, etc. Now,
for the record, I'd never seen your face before. I did not realize you were Wowie 3000. I think we've probably talked over lives and shit like that. Yeah.
Okay. So
I've only seen your avatar. Niggas go live. Yeah, niggas never show their face. It's only the little blue circle. It's only the little circle with the little blue around it. Well,
you good, bro. So as far as like a team though, like I do a lot of shit myself, and I have people that I work with, that I have relationships with, that you know what I'm saying, I've built relationships with, and we respect each other's crafts, that we could do business on a good, you know what I'm saying, on a hand-to-hand basis, which I prefer better.
You keep it more in-house.
Right. It's more organic. It's more real. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with this guy right here, like, and it feels good to be able to connect with people that could help you win, and you help them win, and y'all just bounce off. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, if it's a community of that, shit, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're genuinely trying to help the other person and you have something to offer and they have something to offer and you guys come together, collab. You were saying it outside, collaboration.
We was talking about it off camera outside, talk about how collaboration I think is very important right now, especially for like anybody in Long Island in general. If you're doing shit in general, collaboration is big. That's why I was telling Dro off camera, like, I'm definitely tapping in with a lot of different Long Island artists right now. BT, we got the schedule lined up with shit going on, man. But collaboration is huge, man, because I think there's a lot of things that we can do on Long Island. It's just we got to collab, stop the hating, stop the bullshitting, just collab and make things happen, man. Get the content out there and just get more exposure going. But to talk about, because you mentioned Timeless Records, I wanted to ask you about this. So what is Timeless Records? And you mentioned artists. Who are the other artists? If you have the artists on, who are the other artists on Timeless Records?
Okay, so Timeless Records is a label that I created. I chose the name Timeless Records because that's what I'm striving to be and what I feel like I put out. It's not here today, going tomorrow music. It's shit you really gonna feel. You could play in 5 to 10 years, it's still gonna hit the same as when it dropped. That's the name. As far as artists at this moment, I haven't signed anybody, but I do have artists that I'm affiliated with, you know what I'm saying, that at any moment, certain things could change, But I just want to make sure I find somebody that's as hungry as I know I was and still am. Because if you're not that hungry, then I know there's other people hungrier than you. You know what I'm saying? And I need that same energy if you that artist that's gonna be under my label because we trying to take this shit to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing everything in my power and I'll give my all to this shit as I've proven in my whole career. So it's like I need somebody that's gonna match that energy. And until I, you know what I'm saying, I could see that in somebody, I'm gonna take my time. You feel me? So that's how I'm moving with that right now. And plus, like, the more I'm able to help myself in a situation musically, the more I'm gonna be able to help the next person. So it's like I'm kind of locked in on what I'm doing, building the label up, building the brand, and you know what I'm saying. Once that person does come in, and there I do find that person, they have a comfortable home. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get right, get busy. All you have to do is worry about the music. We got everything else. Like
Yo, one thing I will, it's funny. I was thinking about it when you said it. You want to find the artist is hungry and all this and that and the third.
yeah,
I had a situation, we had a situation like that, similar, where we bring an artist in and shit like that. Yo, I understand why Diddy had niggas doing such weird shit and making the band, bro. Like, cause you got, bro, real shit. Cause a lot of niggas talk the talk. They want to do this. Everyone wants everything. The world wants
right,
everything.
right.
You know what I mean? But how many niggas is willing to actually go through every fucked up task to get to from point A to point B?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers die out at, especially in the music world. You've been in this shit for a minute. You know it's a revolving door. It's what 3 years. People try the shit for 3 years and then they give it up. You know what I mean? People, you know what I'm saying? It's, bro, it is tough finding a motherfucker that especially on the local level that really wants the shit and is willing to do everything without getting the shit handed to him.
Right.
Because you know what that's another thing too with artists. That I would advise you. Tell them, give them, let them know what to expect, because a lot of motherfuckers come in thinking, oh, this guy's representing me, I'm signed to this, oh, now automatically everything's just gonna happen. No, you still got shit to do. You still gotta put in work. You still have to put some kind of brain into your operation, because this is your operation. I'm just managing it. I'm just the nigga that's I'm guiding the ship along. If anything, I'm the air traffic controller. You the pilot. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. I'd say from that experience. To just pass it on to you, because put them through that mental training. Like actually test them and like do little shit, like say like, oh yo, like this is completely unrelated, but when I would be talking to a girl for the first time to see if she's really down for me, I would tell her to call me at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, because I'm not good at waking up. And then if she would call me, I'd be like, all right, check. You feel me? I would just say as fine. Maybe Diddy had a point to his shit. Maybe you gotta put them through them little. Go get some Cambodian breast milk on 6th Avenue. You feel me? You might, what I mean? You might want to have them go on Suffolk Ave and get that Dominican breast milk.
Yeah, I'm crying.
Yo, nah. That is crazy.
Ding.
Nah, that's crazy. So you said you have artists that you're affiliated with. I know recently you dropped a track with, well, it's not your track, you're featured on a track with Hollywood P. Is that one of the artists that you're affiliated with? And can you talk about the artists you're affiliated with?
Yeah. Hollywood P, I fuck with Hollywood P. He reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? We made the feature happen because I see a young guy on his grind. I remember being in that position, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make shit work. He's reaching out to me for a feature. I'm gonna do that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to help as much as I can with my exposure, whatever I have. Let's do this, you know what I'm saying? I see you taking your craft a little more serious. Let's do this. Did the track for him. Another artist I'm affiliated with, Chrome Souls, The Idol. That's my guy as well. We got projects out. Wowie 3000, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Yeah, man. Jacob Santana, Rev Room Records, Puffy the Real. Shit, man. Just a lot of artists that I'm working with and affiliated with. If I forgot somebody, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's all love, but facts.
Are you working? Are you willing to work with any artist at this point now?
It has to make sense. It has
Yeah.
to be either I see you on the up and you grinding and it makes sense for that to happen, or we should have either been got working a long time ago, or I just genuinely we crossed paths and we made it happen, and it's working in an organic way that we could create and work.
So how much is Tim from Idaho paying for that Dro Hef verse?
Oh, Tim from Idaho.
He said some fucking yo, your examples.
Man, Tim from Idaho. I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit and think.
You have to sit and think on the
Yeah,
feature price. You gotta be quick with that one, man.
Nah.
Listen, sometimes, like I said, the opportunities come like this and they go like this.
Tim from Idaho's gonna have to wait a little, like, a couple hours.
Take that little quick couple hundo.
Till my heart comes down. You know what I'm saying? Then I can make a good decision on bread. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be making,
Bro, doing business high. Woo. You ever get caught up? You ever get not caught up, but like you ever been smacked and realized, damn, I just might not have I shouldn't have signed this deal. I shouldn't have did this shit.
What you mean by
Like in the midst of business, maybe you smoked a blunt in the midst of business. You ever been like, or like even, I don't, street business, legal business, whatever. You ever cut a deal and be like, fuck, why did I do that for? That shit, I low-key lost $20 on that one. Or I low-key lost, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. That's how shit though. You know what I'm saying? That's how shit, man. So.
Yo, Wowie, because I don't know nothing about you, and I already caught on to not to be offensive, but
Who
I caught
is you,
on
nigga?
not to be offensive, but I caught on to when Hef was talking about you talk about you even off camera. He's talking about your mindset, and he was talking about how you're good with the merch and the business. Can we talk about like what you got going on as far as business wise, what you do, and the genius behind this? Because it's not every time we get a 2-person combo randomly on the podcast, it's interesting because it's like we did a interview with my boy Denize, and he brought his manager on, and his manager had interesting stuff to say because he was in the army and stuff. But now we got a business guy on here, so
I kind of want to start off by saying I kind of want to keep the everything on Hef right now. You know what I'm saying, but like.
Well, you could say, what are you doing within the realm of Hef?
Yeah, what you doing in the realm of
As far as
Hef?
the realm of Hef, we're working on a project right now. We're probably about like maybe 5 or 6 songs in. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have a release date on it, but we just making tracks organically. He handles everything himself now when it comes to merchandise. You know what I'm saying? Like he honestly, like I feel like he handles like 100% of his operation, everything like that. I just like. I had more experience with dropping clothes and stuff like that since like 2012, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I kind of just taught him how to fish in that way, you know what I'm saying, like, and without him even knowing, he's the first person I knew personally that made music and rapped, you know what I'm saying. So like subconsciously he helped me learn how to fish when it came to music. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of, you know what I'm saying, I was going to do it regardless, but I returned the favor, and he handles all his merch himself, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all feel that y'all two relationship is like an iron sharpen iron situation?
Definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, we've known each other for a long time, and I feel like over the years we've both grown in different ways, and I feel like it's always productive when we link up, you know what I'm saying? We're able to chill and shit like that and laugh and be goofy and shit, but like we really like handle business, you know what I'm saying?
To the young kids, how important is it? Y'all can both answer this. To the young kids, how important is it to have like-minded people around you?
I feel like it's not a con to have like people that aren't like-minded around sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
When I say like-minded, I mean more or less like in the same lane as you, maybe chasing the same goal, around the same goal as you.
I feel like it helps because sometimes you, like, when you're in the field, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you need that person from the sideline to kind of give their perspective on, you know what I'm saying, how you're performing or how you know what I'm saying, you could do this or that, or you could bounce ideas off of, you know what I'm saying, and you could actually feel like that person has some type of legitimacy with what that person's saying. You know what I'm saying? If they're not in the same realm, they're kind of just looking from far, nosebleed. They're not really knowing what they're looking at. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Like, I feel like it can be important to have people, like-minded people, because in certain situations, it's hard having to outsource for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know a certain person, like a camera guy or somebody with a certain, craft to them, it could help one hand wash the other, both wash the face all the way, you know what I'm saying, to y'all reach the potential of where y'all have to go. But like, at the same time, you could get the shit regardless. Like, it's not an excuse if you don't have it, and if you do have it, shit, you blessed and you better go hard, because there's people that don't have it that's trying to go crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but I also feel like it's definitely more beneficial to have the people, like-minded people around. But if you don't have that luxury, you know what I'm saying, then maybe you just maybe separate yourself, or, you know what I'm saying, delegate certain time where it's like, I'm not going to talk to these guys about these subjects, you know what I'm saying? And you feel me, you know where their relationship ends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
fuck.
Word. Yo, Dro, to get back to the music now, you said you worked with Dame Grease. Can you talk about like how he helped you with your career and things that you learned from him that still you're probably using to this day?
Man, Dame was like, it felt like he was one of the first people to like give me a kind of like a chance to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not good at that time, talent wise, like compared to where I'm at now. You feel me? I was still growing as an artist. I was raw as hell as an artist. And but the records, they was alright. You feel me? And like, I reached out. He gave me a chance to be on a project. We made that happen. I hit up Harry Fraud. I went to his studio. I recorded the track. Like, it was a fire time, because it's like I'm working with people that people later on learn to realize are legends in the game. You know what I'm saying? But it was young when it was still early, and like, people didn't really know who these people were, like, really were. You feel me? So like, it was just a fire time, and like, he gave me that chance to like make these things happen. You feel me? And then through those connections, I made other connections, the Max B connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, things were just moving in a way that like, I have to thank a Dame Grease for like even kind of like being the starting point to all these things happening later on, to where like I'm able to say I've done these things, or I've spoken to these people, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's what I would say. Working with him helped me, and I'd say like, yeah, like, he was one of the first people to really give me a chance to kind of like make some type of noise with a mixtape, a street mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, watching the era switch, man. You got to watch the era switch from mixtapes. I just heard that mixtape.
yeah.
Damn, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
Well, so I always want to. It's I feel this whole thing. We're the same age. We watched the shit go from mixtapes to now Spotify to, from mixtapes to, if you were on Apple Music, it was a flex. You know what I mean? To now, it's just everything's on. It's just easy to get everything. You know what I mean? So, what was it like watching? And kind of even staying current with everything. How like shifting how you drop things. You said you went from mixtapes, Dat Piff, I'm assuming, SoundCloud.
Yep.
How did you kind of figure out and be quick with following? Oh shit, this is how the game is going. Let me do this.
Man, just never shutting out the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree with it, disagree with it, whatever your take is on it, sit back from the take and just see what they're doing, because it's gonna be the next thing up, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, doing that kind of helps, where it's like, yo, whether I agree or I don't agree, I respect it. You feel me? This is what they doing. This is the vibe they're going. I gotta respect the times changing, so I'd be an idiot to be stuck where I'm at.
You know what I'm saying? To grow, I have to grow with the times, grow with what's going on. Like, and I feel like I'm an old soul at heart, but like I'm young at the same time. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm still like
You
lit.
know how to have
Like,
fun.
yeah. Like you feel me? So it's kind of like the best of both worlds because I could still stay current with the times.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's a fight for me as an artist. Like,
You ever think about doing a drill? Like, cause I know, you know, drill's the hot shit right now. Do you ever
Yeah.
think about doing like a drill song or something in that realm?
now, that's an interesting question. One of my homies kind of wanted me to do it, and like, you know what I'm saying? I've kind of like experimented and shit, but for me, it's like number one, I respect all lanes. So for me to jump into a lane, I have to really dedicate my time so I do it the right way. Not just gonna be doing some shit and it's not done the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I have to take my time with it, and it has to feel organic. Like you know what I'm saying? I never finished it because it just didn't feel right.
I feel like you.
If at one time it does, maybe I'm in the studio with somebody and bro, I could cook up on anything technically. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to really cooking up verses and shit, like any beat type I could pretty much cook up on. So if I'm in the situation and it makes sense, yeah, I'll really take it more serious to do that. But for now, I'm just trying to give people a sound that they, you know what I'm saying, they could recognize me for. Like, yo, but also giving them options off that. Like, a lot of options. Feel me? Like,
Nah, you'd be sick if the first song that really goes like to the billboards is a drill song. And next, now you're Long Island drill artist, Dro Hef.
I mean,
You be cool with it?
I change it to what I do,
And then
and people fuck with me, they fuck with me. If not, then no.
So I'm not, you know, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I'm just asking, if you seen, you tried something different that's maybe not you. You're not just drill. Let's just say you tried polka music. You know what I'm saying? The polka song goes
This
stupid.
motherfucker said
Now, are you just a polka artist, or are you doing? Are you still
polka music?
Not because I can, you know, speak on a story. There's a group called Movement, MVMT. They're like electro punk like artists. They made the song Electric Feel. Probably heard it. It's dope as fuck. Yeah, you know the song. So they made that song as a joke to like cyberpunkish music. The song went fucking crazy. And they were like, oh, wait, shit, no, this isn't us. Like, this isn't us. And they went back to making their style of music, kind of. And whatever. But that's why I asked, like, you know, if X, Y, and Z work for you, are you going to just go all in on X, Y, and Z? Or are you going to still stay, nah, this is me?
Yeah. This is me that all the way, and I'll just collect the bag for whatever happens with that. You know what I'm saying?
That little special limited edition polka album every year.
And maybe I will, but maybe I will pay attention to it a little more now. Like maybe I got to drop a couple of these to feed these fans. Like you know what I'm saying? Everybody eats. You know what I'm saying? I got a little something for everybody. So it's like if that lean's making sense to where it's like, all right, maybe I got to drop a couple of tracks and maybe I do this. I bet boom, feed those people too. I said, we just gonna work. We gonna feed everybody. If you want something for the ladies, got it. You want something for pain, got it. You want shit for the streets, that's real authentic shit, got it. You want all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you want music that you could dance to, got it. Like all types of shit. I want to be able to feed all types of lanes where it's like, nah, this nigga's really going crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what can he do? Like or what tracks, like what's next? Like, you
like,
feel me?
I've witnessed him like, I've witnessed him since like he started, right? He made a song that was like, you could get light to, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't keep just making songs to get light to. And it was a song that people were dancing to all over the world, you know what I'm saying? Like possibly one of his biggest like songs, you know what I'm saying? But like, it wasn't something that like he just kept doing a whole bunch of those, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? So I definitely witnessed something similar to, you feel me, that. But yeah.
Word.
They gotta
So-
check that out. Dance
Yeah,
moves.
Dance Moves.
I was
That
gonna,
record,
yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
not
ask you.
lie.
Well, I had it written down on my notes. I didn't want to be disrespectful while you was talking. I was like, yo, it's a dance move. I
Yeah.
wanted you to be like, yo,
Nah,
this
yeah.
nigga knows his shit.
Nah, Dance Moves was big, bro. That was a point in my career where it's like I felt like anything could happen. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Because like that record, we were in the studio. Like, there's a message behind the record. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? It's not just some dance shit, but like you could dance to it and get light, and like it just felt big in the studio, that record. And when I dropped it, it was doing good. The numbers was doing good. I sent it out to a couple people. Sent it out to some guy in Cali, bro, like some dance instructor.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't say nothing. I was like, all right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting myself out there for opportunity.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, dude is sending me a video. Everybody in his class dancing to it, different ethnicities, different ages, different everything, bro. Kids, older people, all types of shit. And it, bro, like that shit just felt like surreal. Like people vibing off what I created in the studio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then the shit's Netherlands and Switzerland, people sending me shit. People in dance competitions, Shiggy, you know what I'm saying? Like before the Kiki shit, you know what I'm saying? So like it was just crazy. Like that record was really like building up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's also at a time where it's like financially as an artist, I wasn't where I am today.
You were a little, not to say you bit off more than you could chew, but that was kind of a check your ass couldn't cash.
I mean, I was just making good music.
Yeah, you.
You know what I'm saying? And doing what I could do.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? At the end of the day, I feel like as a man, I could respect that. If you have a
Oh,
goal
hell yeah.
and you going crazy and like you doing what you could do with what you got, shit, and make good music, who knows? Because at the end of the day, I don't regret the feeling I felt when I seen kids and people different ages and shit dancing to something that I created. Like
It's a different feeling.
I feel
that's-
like that
that's
as an
fire.
artist leveled me up to know like, yo, like it's really one record could go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because bro, Paris, France, people sending me shit, bro. It was just crazy. Like,
And not for nothing, bottling. You could bottle that. If you could bottle that feeling up of people from around the world actually showing you love and actually really giving a fuck about you, if you could bottle that feeling up and sell it, you'd be a fucking billionaire.
bro,
That shit is different, and no nigga that doesn't do this type of shit understand that shit.
right. And that's the shit. Like, that shit will take you to a different
It's a high, bro.
level of thinking and moving and calculating shit. And if you've done it before, you could do it again. It's like real hustler shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you know you could do this, shit, you know damn well you could do that. Like,
Have you ever had to dodge people projecting their truths onto you? Being at where you're at now, you know, and experience, because once more, our experiences are very similar. Experienced some amazing shit, seen things really click and shake. You know, being where you're at. You know, you said, you know, Sweden, you know, Norway, Cali, everyone is fucking with you. You know, seeing all that and experiencing all that and being now where you then to where you're at now. You know, and now the world, like I said, you know, the world comes to you. The world always has this thing away with you, you know. Now people start to see you and they say, oh, you know, they project themselves onto you, their fears, their doubts and shit like that.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Nah, I'll give you a chance to say something.
Oh.
If you don't say it, I'll say something.
Oh, yes. But, yeah, just, you know, people who do the things like such as that, you know, how have you been able to kind of either dodge it or at least roll with it?
Man, it's tough because it's like sometimes it comes from the people you love the most.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like your faith in yourself got to be bigger than everything.
Mm-hmm.
Your faith in your higher purpose, the higher being that you know what I'm saying, believe in or whatever you believe in, it has to be bigger than what these people are thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me, I've been in situations that I know my life could change like this. And if it does, these people ain't gonna be saying none of that. They're gonna be all hyped.
Dick
that-
eating.
Yeah. So I don't ever think of it like. At the end of the day, some people think they looking out for you. Some people think this, that, and the third. But it's like, if your reason's bigger than that, and you know at the end of the day they gonna fuck with you if shit does pop, then you don't even trip about it. Just go after what you're going for, and really fucking go for that shit, bro, and just make that shit happen. Like, and no excuses, no nothing. Just go for your shit. Like,
I'll tell you this, I be cursing motherfuckers. I be like, yo, shut the fuck up, nigga. You don't know what the fuck you talk about, nigga. Nigga, you wasn't in Cali. You turning shit the fuck loose, nigga. Fuck out of here. I'm not going for it sometimes. Usually, but
sometimes you gotta be.
Sometimes
like that,
you gotta
though.
flex a little
You got
bit.
to, yeah, you got
BT is quick to flex. Do not let him
No,
think he is humble.
stop.
BT be
Stop.
quick to flex.
Whatever.
Piss him off, we be quick to flex. See how quick he flex.
That's a fact. All right. Wow, you were about to say something. I feel like you had a gem to drop.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just. I just feel like, because everyone has their own perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, nobody sees the finished product besides you until you bring it into fruition. You know what I'm saying? For everyone else to see it. So yeah, just, you know what I'm saying, just go at it and, you know what I'm saying, try to fulfill that shit. Because like, you could have a record that you think people could enjoy all over the world, and you could have someone that loves you tell you that this might just be a local record, or this might just be a record just for the state or this region. But then you got people in other continents, you know what I'm saying, that can't speak English dancing to the shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Fact.
and that's the thing. Like, it's not always gonna come from people in a malicious way. You know what I'm saying? They might really love you, and from their perspective, they believe a certain thing, but then you show them otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And now they have no choice but to see it from that perspective.
That's a fact, though. That's 100%.
Yeah.
That's yo, bro. One thing, wow, you've been a man of short words, but the short words you've provided have been powerful.
Thank you.
I will say.
Telling you, man.
I'm trying to get him to talk more, man, because I want to. I'm trying because this is the brains behind. He has some brains behind the operation here. I'm trying to hear about this, man. Like, hey, you got merch and stuff. I know you're not trying to take the shine away from Dro, but it's okay, bro.
Bro,
Like,
listen, we'll say this. We'll save Wowie for a different
we'll
time.
save Wowie for a
We can
different
save
time.
Wowie for a different
I was trying to give the
Even-
people a sneak peek.
Even on my day, Dro is the star, you know what I'm saying? So, like, right now, we letting the star shine, you know what I'm saying?
I fuck
Like,
with you.
humility.
He's
man.
the brains behind his operation. He might consult me about certain things. He makes the decision.
Wow, this is a
Well,
humble
yo, you know
guy.
what? If we're
This
gonna
is a
speak
humble
about,
guy
we're gonna speak
compared to
about
BT.
humility and being humble and all the things like that. Now, you guys are tapped in with all this shit that goes on.
Okay.
Is this a byproduct of people being wrapped in local celebrity, like not even local celebrity? I don't even want to call it celebrity, because realistically now, if we go to like, you know, Jan that works in fucking Target, you know, in Wantagh, that bitch is gonna be like, who? Who? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so do they get, like, what do you think this whole, like, you know, realm of, you know, everyone, the lives, the craziness, the drama,
Yeah.
all this shit, what do you know, come to, you know, what do you make this, what does all this shit make you feel? I'm sorry, I can't even, there's so much craziness that goes on, I can't even formulate a good sentence to call it.
I feel like it could be a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like too much of anything is bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or anything that's misused. I feel like ultimately, like, people, I feel like a lot of people on live look for validation from other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that gives them their power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they say these things when they look at themselves in the mirror or not. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people, like, even like, we don't show our lowlights on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Everyone shows their highlights. So I feel like live is like another extension of that, to where people want to try to amplify or magnify.
My life is this.
Is this.
I'm that
Yeah.
gangster. I'm, you know.
Yeah. And for a lot of people, it goes the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I'm also like, I'm kind of like a modest person at times, you know what I'm saying? And like, I know who I am, you know what I'm saying? And I look at everyone like we're all human beings, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, but I don't put anyone else's like opinion of me over how I feel about myself. So like, I don't really have to go out my way to get validation from other people. I just do the work, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to bring my ideas to life, and then, you feel me, like, maneuver in that way. I'm also on some BT shit too, where like, if someone tries to flex with me, like, I let them, you know what I'm saying?
We can do that.
Because,
yeah.
you feel me? Like, but I don't like to put anyone down, you know what I'm saying? So I just, a lot of times, like, on
Well,
live,
we're not putting people down.
No. I'm not saying no one's putting anyone down, but I'm saying on live, you're fighting for attention. So sometimes people are putting other people down to bring themselves up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get into those games like that. You feel me? But yeah, that's my opinion on it. I feel like it's cool. It's entertaining sometimes. I feel like anything, too much of anything could get a little nutty. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's my opinion on it.
I mean, you can give your opinion or I can give mine, whatever.
You go ahead, brother.
Well, one thing I'll say as far as that community goes, like, I respect the fact that they're starting a wave. I respect the fact that they're starting a scene.
Yeah.
I respect all of that shit. I think it's dope, and I think that it can be grown because there's enough people behind it to grow it.
Yeah.
You know, you got people. It's extended to the city now. You know, it can grow, but the thing is, what are we growing it off of? And what's real? What's real? We're all on our phones yelling at each other. We're all, you know what I'm saying, trying to seek validation from people that we don't even see, barely see. You know what I'm saying? And if we do see them, 9 times out of 10, you say what up to the nigga and you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So what are we really, you know, what are we getting wrapped up in this for? You know, what are we, let's show love. Let's do what we did this for. Positivity, showing love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can get ratchet. Yeah, we can get crazy. That's, of course, that's a gimme. But at the same time, to just get and then think that you got all this motion from not this is no sub. This is just people. I'm listening to what people say, and I'm just like, wow, like, you know, none of us are riding a Bentley. None of us are driving in a Bentley right now. Like, we're all kind of, you know, the playing fields. No matter if you got 50K followers or if you got fucking 1,500. If we're all in the same tax bracket, we're not doing, you know, what are we doing?
And I feel like this too. I feel like the majority of people's intentions are good, but on live, it's a place where trolls live. You know what I'm saying? So people in the comment sections trying to amp it up, egg you on to do some shit. You feel me? So like sometimes people do get wrapped up in it, and it becomes out of control, you know what I'm saying, to where it becomes something that could actually happen in real life and different things like that. So I do feel like it's just like that place, you got to know how to conduct yourself. You feel me? Because people are going to, you know what I'm saying, act a certain way in the comments. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you got to kind of just ignore that shit and just be you and have fun. Bro, it's fun. Like, bro, to sit and do this. Like, this is like a in-person version of the live, and it's mad fun to just sit here and chop it up and just, you know what I mean? We don't need to sit here and have it like, and I get it, like, it's different because there's no audience saying bullshit, but even if there was, it does not mean that we need that no homo have a dick measuring competition on camera. Like, it's fucking ridiculous to me. Like, we don't need, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I always just felt like, always was like, why, you know? Like I said, y'all are in that community, so I not in the community, but y'all get involved a little bit.
There was not to change the subject, but there was a question that I wanted to ask you specifically. Like, what would you say? I don't know if you had a chance to like check it out or not, but like, what would you say is like your like favorite song by Joe Hef?
My favorite song? I mean, I was doing my homework for the past like 2 days. I like the freestyles that I remember that I do like is Bar Heavy 1 and 2, and whoa, man, this one's escaping me. It was the one where you had Mike Tyson on the cover. Was it the Hit Him in the Belly? No. What was it? No.
I know which one you're talking about. Can't remember which freestyle it was, but I know which one you're talking about.
It's on SoundCloud. I like that one.
I know which
and
one
then when I
talking
was bumping on my way here, I was bumping
Back
down
on
the
my
ride.
bully.
Back on my bully.
Okay.
I don't know where I got Hit Him in the Belly from. I think I'm just thinking about boxing shit. That's why. But yeah, Back on my bully. Back on my bully. I like that freestyle. I was telling them all off camera. I like Down the Ride. I was bumping that on my way here. I was actually about to ask about the Chrome, like how you and Chrome got together, because I like y'all projects together.
Yeah, man, me and Chrome, like, I would just go, you know, network and check Maui Mac, and he's fam with him, so he'd be in, you know, the spot, and, you know, one day he approached me on some real shit, some real respectful shit. Yo, I feel like, we could make some fire. I got this beat. I got this. Let's do it. And as soon as I heard it, it's the type of music that, like, type shit I fell in love with hip hop with, like the soul samples.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That old school sound where it's like, oh yeah, we definitely let's work. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
absolutely. Because
so-
anybody who listens to you, you get you know you're from New York when you listen to you.
Mhm.
You're very New Yorkish, like Nas, 50, Fab, Jada type of vibe when you listen to your music. Not you don't do too much of like the boom bap beats, but it's those samples type of music.
Yeah, sort
You're
of
sampling the R&B Johns. Like that's the type of New York music that you're gonna get when you get with Dro Hef, and I like that. That's why I was telling you on camera. I was like, yeah, bro, I was fucking with the music, bro. Definitely heavy. Fuck with the music.
And I appreciate that. I don't take those words lightly. All those people you said are legends in the game. So like, I thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I put in a lot of pain, time, effort. You feel me into this shit to where it's like when I hear those type of words, it gives me a push and a reason to keep going with this shit and keep. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that feel me, that hear me, like
Yeah.
you know. So it's like if I got this many of those people, you can multiply that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta put it in front of them to where they could actually hear it and give them a chance to hear it and do certain shit. So it's like we got the formula. We just gotta get it out to the masses,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Like we at this point, because it's like everything else is, you know, there's always room for improvement. Don't get me wrong. Always room for improvement, and that's how I got to where I am now. Because it's like having that mentality always makes me want to work, keep going, keep grinding, keep, you feel me? Like, and yeah, bro, so room for improvement, and we out of here because we got the formula. We just got to get it out to the masses, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't want to cut no one off, you know what I'm saying? But because you like those type of beats, like my favorite project by Dro Hef, you know what I'm saying? I think you have to really tap into Summertime Heartbreaks, you know what I'm saying? Like that's I like that project a lot. You know what I'm saying? It has a good amount of those type of beats, the feel. It does give off like a soul tape type of vibe, but like the way it's packaged and delivered, like it's one of my favorite Dro Hef projects. Like I recommend it.
Nah, for sure. I'll be tapping for sure and check it out because I know I was listening to a lot of the music videos, and I wanted to ask you about this one music video. You might even know what I might ask you. It's one of the recent ones you dropped, and the name is slipping my mind. Oh my god, I'm so bad. But you know why I'm about to ask you about it, because the John, how you opened up the video.
Oh, I mean, yeah, fetish, man.
Yeah,
Dro
fetish.
Hef
That was what I wanted to ask
What?
you.
Hold on, what?
We went back to the
you
band
did
and we shot a movie.
Little dominatrix joint?
Bro, ain't nobody on no type of timing that you're on. He on some different stuff.
Nah, 'cause I was about to listen.
Yeah, because he over here, we got the dominatrix max in the cup.
I was about to say, all right.
Nah, it wasn't nothing like that, bro. He had the yawn shaking it.
Oh, all right.
And, you know, she was shaking it with no boundaries. She was shaking it.
That shit was shaking with no boundaries is fucking jokes. Yeah, I want to know, man. What's one thing Dro Hef wants the world to know? Like, what are you really pushing?
Man, I'm pushing for me and my people and anybody that believes in what the fuck we got going on to move forward. And anything I could do to help the next person, help myself, help my family, help the people around me, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna keep doing that until we get to where the fuck we gotta go. And the youth is important to me. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to help the youth while I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? They're a big reason why I even rap, because I want to go back to my towns and show them, like, yo, somebody made it. Like, nobody did that shit for me when I was in high school. I ain't have no fucking big time ball player or rapper come to the school and be like, yo, like, it's possible. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm living proof. Like, you feel me?
Yeah,
it's different to see it on TV. You see certain people, oh, this person made it to this or did that. They from New York or whatever. But, like, from your town to come back to be like, nah, I did this. And then, you know, help them out in certain ways to be able to move forward. That's the type of shit I'm pushing for. You know what I'm saying? To do the things I said first, me, my family, the people around me, and most importantly, the youth. Like, that's it. Anything I could do to help those things, I feel like I'm only gonna be rewarded in good ways because I'm doing it with genuine vibes, and it's genuine things I'm doing. You know
paying it forward.
Right. You feel me? Like, I could be that artist that thinks he's, you know what I'm saying, bigger than life, and I'm not doing features for certain people or certain shit, and these people are looking at me like, nah, you a ill nigga, like you popped out, you did this, you know what I'm saying? And if it's like, if I don't do that, it's a whole different vibe, you feel me? But I'm this person, I'm the person that's gonna do the shit, that's going, you know what I'm saying? Because like I know it means something to certain people, so I'm just gonna keep being that type of person until we reach where we gotta reach.
Don't change, bro, because you know, and it's dope to see, you know, in the time that you've spent, you know, in this game, that you haven't really changed, and if anything, you may have leaned in more towards, you know, being for instead of for self, for everyone else, for the world. You know what I mean? Don't change it. Don't let anything, you know, don't let that, you know, because that's a wonderful quality, man. And you know, you'll be damned to see that shit in the industry. You know.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of these
shit
motherfuckers want $1
Yeah.
before they even fucking open their mouth and talk to you.
For sure,
You
bro.
know, so, but yo, Marv, I think it's about that time, my boy.
Word, Dro, you want to talk about anything that's up and coming and anything you got right now that the people can tap into?
Tap into the fetish video. That's my most recent video. Go tap into the new single, Down the Rod, most recent single. You know what I'm saying? That's what we vibing with for the summer. I got more work coming. It's already there. It's ready. I want to really promote and give these certain records the time that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I feel like I fall in love too much with just dropping to where it's like I got to give records, you know what I'm saying, the time they deserve, the promotion they deserve, and shit like that, to where it's like it could help us really get up out of here. But yeah, I got that video, timelessrecords.site, for all your merch. You know what I'm saying? All the projects is on there. Everything's on there. And yeah, I got work for y'all. Once that, you know, full time comes, got a couple projects in the tuck. You know what I'm saying? That's just waiting to press the button and go. Like, and we gonna keep flooding the streets. We gonna keep dropping good merch, good music, timeless shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep building organic connections and just keep putting our foot forward. And that's it. Like, you rocking with us, I fuck with you heavy. Whether it's somebody that's been rocking with us or somebody that's just now rocking with us, I appreciate every single listener, every single person that supports. You know what I'm saying? And it's always gonna be paid forward and paid back when it's coming. You know what I'm saying? From Dro Hef, Timeless Records, Burn After Rolling. Y'all know what fucking time it is.
Oh, that was fire.
Yeah.
Kenny, bring us up out of here.
Yes, sir. We out.
saying?
Yeah.